Hey guys, welcome to this very special episode of our live show, and this is a show we're starting called Dude, I Love My Ride, and it's a chance for you guys to show off your rides. And next to me is Mark Sheehan. Hi Mike. Hi. Mark, thank you for being our very first, I wouldn't say a guinea pig, but our very first guy who brought in his favorite ride. And of course, the ride is right behind us. And the way the show is going to work is I'm just going to talk to Mark. We're going to kind of find out about you as a car guy. We're going to find out about the vehicle behind us. And then we're going to do a little walk around of the vehicle. So you're going to show it off.
Sounds good.
All right. So obviously what we have is a 1977 Chevy K5 Blazer.
Correct.
And it's beautiful.
Thank you. Yes.
Yeah. So, but before we get to the truck behind us, let's talk about kind of how you got into cars and how early in your life did you actually know that this is something that you had a passion for?
Oh boy, right as a toddler probably.
Yeah.
And I still have the matchboxes I used to play with. And
Me too. You know,
Yeah.
when I came here from actually Europe, the only thing I brought with me was a box of matchboxes. Yeah. Which ones did you collect? Did you do matchboxes or Hot Wheels?
Both.
Both?
I still have both. Yeah.
You still have them?
Yes.
And is there one that's like your favorite?
Probably all of them. I can't even say there's one.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. And what was your first car? Now you've got a son who's 16 now, but what was the first car that you actually drove?
My brother actually got me a '67 Mustang Fastback, which is a really cool first car.
That is a pretty.
It was rough, but I don't think he got a run until I was almost 18.
Yeah.
But by then it was real cool.
Now, why did your brother decide to go get you such a nice present? It sounds like something your dad should be getting you.
My brother was a lot older, so he kind of was a bit of a father figure, so that was fun for him.
And have you fallen in love with Mustangs or since then, or?
Definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And have you actually owned any Mustangs?
Oh yeah, I've had several. Boss 302s, 428 Mach 1s.
What's your favorite?
69 Shelby GT500 is my dream.
Yeah. Have you owned that?
Nah, I haven't had that one.
Those are probably through the roof right
Yeah,
now, right?
exactly.
Those have got to be probably
Right.
$500,000 cars.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
But they're not that powerful, you know. They're not actually
No, they
super
don't.
fast.
They're not that fast.
All right. So your first car was a Mustang.
Yep.
What was your first car that you used as a daily driver? That doesn't seem like a daily driver. To me.
74 International pickup.
Oh,
Yeah.
so you're in internationals.
Yeah. Yeah. Just a little bit of everything.
And how was it? Was that pretty reliable?
It was really reliable. Very
Yeah.
good truck.
And what happened to that bad boy?
My brother-in-law ended up buying it. It never did die. It just
Couldn't kill
kept
it.
On, no.
All right. So here's another question. There's a kind of series of questions I want to ask, but number 2 on my big top 10 is: are you a car guy, truck guy, or both?
Both.
All right. And what do you like about trucks versus cars, or vice versa?
I would probably say the only thing better than a fast car is a fast truck.
Okay.
So if I could have like an old Ford Highboy, I would probably go a little bit more on the being a truck guy than a car guy.
Yeah, they're getting pretty collectible. We've got one out the back that's a little bit rusty, but they're getting pretty collectible, and they're certainly fun to drive. And you know, of course, that was the quintessential truck that was used as a prototype for Bigfoot, right?
Yes.
And you know what makes
Yep.
them special, right? They've got that divorce transfer case.
Right.
So that the drive shafts are equal length,
Mm-hmm.
as opposed to one being short and one being long, like
Right.
that probably has.
Right. Exactly.
Right.
Yep.
All right, so let me ask you this. Number 3, what is the coolest car or truck you've ever owned?
Probably the 70 Boss 302
Okay, that's pretty cool.
with the shaker and drag pack.
And there's always, if you're a car guy, a car that you regret selling or a truck you regret selling.
All of them.
But there's one that's got to stand out more than others.
93 Cobra with 900 miles.
Okay,
It was
so
like
tell me
brand
about that.
I picked it up probably in 2000 with 900 miles on it, and it still smelled new, and I kept it for 3 or 4 years that way, and I wish I still had that one.
Now you've got a Hellcat right now.
Correct.
Yeah, and how does that compare? I mean, that's got to be a lot faster.
Yeah, that's the best car I've ever driven. That's the funnest.
The Hellcat.
Yes, by far.
Okay. All right.
So that one's a keeper.
All right. Number 4 on my top 10 questions. What's the fastest you ever gone in a car or truck?
177 miles an hour.
And tell me about that.
Just wide open road in the Hellcat. I just wanted to keep going.
Yeah.
So I probably could have went more, but that was my comfort level.
Did it get light, or was it pretty?
It felt good,
Yeah.
except there's a few little slight turns in the road that.
Yeah, 177, even a slight turn.
Right. So. That was the fastest.
All right. Now, sometimes when guys get into collecting cars, they're either Ford guys or Chevy guys or Nissan guys. Is there like one brand that kind of stands out that you would consider yourself?
I'm probably
Mopar?
partial to Ford,
Okay.
but I've owned and like everything. So
And is that because your first love was a Ford?
probably my brother influenced that. He was a big Ford guy, and the Mustangs. You can't beat a Mustang. I mean, that's still one of my favorite cars to look at and see at shows.
All right. Have you ever gotten in a bad car crash? And if so, what happened?
No, never.
Never. Good
Never.
for you.
Yeah.
Good for you. Yeah. And is there a car that you've owned that maybe hasn't been the most expensive, but was the one that kind of you enjoyed the most? You know, when you think back on all the cars that you've owned, you know, maybe it wasn't something that's like, I remember my dad got me a first generation Honda Civic, you know, not very fast, not very sexy, but
Right.
it's just, you know, a good honest car. Is there a car like that?
Yeah, I bought a '72 Gran Torino Sport.
Nice.
Off a car lot with a credit card.
Okay.
So for like $3,000, and the robin egg blue laser stripes, just a great car.
And how long did you own it and how'd you drive it?
Couple years.
Yeah.
In fact, I won Club Clash at Bandamere with it the first time I took it up there.
So do you drag race?
Yes,
And do you take the Hellcat drag racing?
yes.
And what's the fastest you've gone?
12.4 on street tires.
Yeah, it's hard. It's hard to hook up, isn't it?
Yeah,
Now you've got, is yours a stick or?
yeah.
It's a
Speed
stick.
manual.
So what's the secret to getting a Hellcat 12.4 at a mile above sea level?
Probably definitely the launch. Just leaving easy and not spinning too much.
All right, all right. Now let's talk about new cars. What's is there a car that kind of you're looking at that you're kind of lusting for?
Oh yeah, and that'd be the new Dodge Demon.
Oh, yeah. Well, I think a lot of people are lusting after that car.
Yeah.
They're a little hard to get.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. So you have a little taste of drag racing, and now you want more.
Right. Yep.
Do you think that that's a car that'll appreciate? Because that's the question.
Yeah, probably. Yeah.
You don't think that FCA will come out there and build more Demons? They said they were only going to build 3,000, but you know, we never know.
I kind of hope they do, but in time, if you keep something nice and clean like this Blazer, then I think you'll always get your money back or value back.
All right. And last question before we get over to and do a checkout of the Blazer, where my man Nathan will help us out with that. I'll get behind the camera. If you could only own one car on a desert island that's got beautiful Autobahn roads, I know that doesn't exist, but
Right.
let's pretend it does. What would be the one car?
I'd
Only one.
probably the Dodge Demon.
All right, Dodge Demon it is. All right, Nathan, come on over here. Let's talk about this Blazer. I'm going to get the camera and I'm going to walk you guys through this vehicle. All right.
All right, first of all, let me just say I'm geeking out a little bit because I had a 1990 GMC Jimmy, which had the square headlights and whatnot, had a 350 with a Saginaw 4-speed, but this looks so much better. This thing, when I was a kid, I always wanted one of these, and this is a California truck, right?
Yes.
All right, let's take us through. You've got a 400?
Correct.
Now, roughly, if memory serves, it was around 180 horsepower to 200 horsepower, depending on.
Somewhere in there.
Yeah, and with California, they really put a restriction on it. But this is carbureted. Am I right?
Yes.
Yeah. So let's go and have a look at the. Come here. All right. You ready?
It's right in the middle here.
There we go.
Wow, that is super clean. Look at that. That's all original. Was this before emissions? I mean, do you have a charcoal canister here? Is this kind of choked with emission stuff?
That's why it's 180-ish
Probably,
horsepower.
yeah.
These power plants could produce a lot more than that if you took everything off in terms of smog regulations, but that's how it is. Power steering, 3-speed automatic transmission? 4-speed.
4-speed.
4-speed,
Yeah.
okay. Turbo hydro?
I believe so, yes.
All right, far out. Let's have a look at the interior.
Yep.
Yeah, as I said, guys, I'm peeking out. And the paint job on this is absolutely beautiful. So that's why I don't want to get it. This is how the truck came when you bought it, right?
Correct. In fact, these stripes were kind of hard to do because they were faded out and peeling to get the right color. We had to really research it. And there was some strange option when you got a hood ornament, you got the stripes on the hood.
That's really cool. I had no idea you could do that.
Yeah.
This is, now, one of the things they did at the K5 Blazer that was a little bit different with the GMC Jimmy was a lot of the bright work. It's slightly different shapes here and there, a slightly different grille. But the interiors where actually there's a lot of interesting changes. So have a look. Let me open the door.
I'll go around. I'll go around.
You'll go around?
Yeah, I'll go around.
I'm still gonna.
I love this. Look at that faded Chevy bow tie.
I'm like a bull in a china shop. I break things like such and such.
Look at this interior. Wow.
This is the Cheyenne?
Package, yeah.
Yeah. So this doesn't look stock, but it looks really cool.
No, it is.
It is stock?
That's what the Cheyenne package
That's
does.
really cool. So the Cheyenne package gave you
You have
the
to
wood
open it
grain.
from the inside.
Inside door handle.
There you go. Yeah, right.
Up there you go.
I have to get in the truck. I have to sit in there. Did you redo the upholstery on this?
Yes.
Yeah, it looks really nice.
Yeah, it looks nearly brand new. These are now the one thing that is so cool about the old Blazer, and unfortunately Bronco stopped doing this, but you used to be able to take the tops off, and the tops they're heavy. They're
Yes,
a
very
good
heavy.
300 pounds, or well, actually under that,
Yeah.
but not much under. They're fiberglass with heavy windows. The one I had like an extra insulation thing, and it weighed so much just because of that damn insulation. In order to move it, I had to lay on my back and like use my legs and push up on it and then slide it off, and it didn't go well.
Yeah.
But this interior is, these carpets look really new. Are they new?
Yeah. The carpet kit was put in.
Hey,
That's
Mark,
awesome.
Where'd you get it, and how long have you had it?
I've had it since about '01, and I got it at Bail Bonds location that somebody had put it up for collateral, and I think I paid $3,000 for it back then.
This looks like such a fun summer vehicle. Do you take the top and put it on, take it off?
I haven't put it on since I got it redone.
That's great.
Yeah.
No, that's awesome. That's what these things are all about.
Right.
Solid front axle, off-road capable vehicle. They don't build those anymore except for Jeep. They're the only ones who still do it. This folds, by the way, and what's cool, this is the 70s. Ashtrays on both sides. Yeah, that is far out.
Nathan, I feel like you're Charlie, and we just need some angels.
Yeah, that would be pretty cool actually to do that. So they actually did build a soft top for these vehicles. When I owned one, I tried to get it, and unfortunately I was right when the company went out of business.
Oh, right.
And then recently they've been picked up again, but my spouse made me get rid of my Jimmy. Long story. This is really neat though. This thing really looks like a bit of a time capsule, with the exception of this, because I'm pretty sure they didn't come with these.
Yeah, no, it did.
It did?
The problem was the tire was so heavy that I've had it reinforced, but I don't like to put the spare on just because it seems like it.
No, but I never knew these were factory. So that's.
I'm pretty sure they
What
are.
does this say? Let's open
Yes.
it up. Let's see what that says.
I left it just because it was period correct. Everybody's somebody in Lukenbach.
Well, there you go.
And there's an old sticker here too, right? That's kind of faded. Hillside
Yeah,
something.
hillside 4x4.
Yeah, Hillside 4x4.
Very cool. Wow, this thing is really set up nicely, and once again, it looks like it's just walked out of 1977.
Does it have dual fuel tanks?
No,
Just one?
Just one.
Okay.
So Roman, I mean, this is for you when you were in your 40s, right? When you saw these trucks, are pretty cool stuff. And one thing you'll notice, guys, yes, it does have seatbelts, but they're not exactly what I'd call shoulder belts. Isn't that cool? Little GM emblem on them. I just really like trucks that look like they came out of the factory. And this one's a driver. You drive it all the time,
Yes.
right? Wow, that is just fabulous. Now, these wheels are not stock. I'm pretty sure about that.
Right.
But the tire width and everything else isn't that far off from what they potentially came with. They were a slightly narrower tire that they
Yeah.
came with,
I think they had the rally hubcap wheels.
which is what mine had.
Right.
And one of the things that's interesting, and you can't see it as well on this vehicle as you can other ones from the same period, Suburbans and what have you, is that the rear end is that narrow General Motors rear end, which means that the track in the back is a little bit smaller than the track in the front. I actually had spacers that I bought so I could match them up.
Oh, I gotcha. Yep.
But it helped with the performance on the road, but it didn't help with off-road performance. So
Can we
Yeah.
start it up? Hear what it sounds
Yeah,
like?
let's start it up.
Yeah, start it up.
you want me to open the back?
Yeah, let's open the back.
I'll do that.
Open the back.
Yeah.
We'll get you to start up, and let's see what it sounds like.
It really helps if I undo the wall.
Yeah, go for it. Hold on. Okay, start it up. Give it a little bit of the beans. Perfect. Thank you.
Okay, kill it.
Yeah, thanks.
That's awesome.
That's awesome. We don't want to.
Yeah, I love these. Manual locking hubs.
Actually, it was full-time four-wheel drive. That was one thing that got changed over.
Oh, yeah, I see.
But originally, it was a full-time four-wheel drive.
So why did you change it over?
It was that way when I bought it.
Okay.
So yeah.
So the person who owned it before you made that modification?
Correct.
Interesting. Some people prefer having the manual locking hubs. A lot of off-roaders
Hey,
who are
Nathan,
really serious.
We're getting too much technique.
Yeah, I'll show that.
Yep.
Let me ask you, Mark, how much do you think it's worth now?
I'm hoping somewhere between 15 and 18,000.
Yeah.
So yeah,
How many miles?
63,000
That's not
original. No,
You think that's original? Or
I'm pretty sure it is. Yeah.
Because it looks really clean.
Yeah.
And how long ago did you redo it? What kind of shape was it? You guys
It was just faded and
Yeah.
sun damaged stuff. No rust at all. So it was a real easy paint and interior, and that was it. I've done nothing mechanically to it.
This is an awesome truck. This is what we should do to the Big Green. Should make it look better.
Yeah, well, we got a ways to go before it gets this clean. And this-
Stripes! We
this
need
original.
stripes on our green.
Yeah.
Why don't you guys sit down?
Great.
Hey, did you want to talk about that car for sale? Mustang?
Oh, the King Cobra.
Yeah, let's talk about that. Go ahead.
So you have a 70.
78 King Cobra.
That's a Mustang 2, King
Right,
Cobra. And it's a rolling shell? Or,
Yeah. T-tops, orange with the red hood. So I think it's the kind of an unusual color combination.
Okay, so, and you want to sell it?
I'd be interested, yeah.
Okay, so tell you what, guys, if you're interested in it, you contact us, and then we'll put your email
Yeah.
in the box and send it to him.
Great.
We'd give out his email right now, but he's got a son, and we don't want to have you guys be mean and nasty.
And
Okay.
as a thank you for coming on, here, I'm going to give you a choice. You can have the choice of either a TFL hat or a Ford Super Duty hat.
I gotta do the TFL.
Okay.
There you go.
There you go. And guys, if you want to be part of this show, we'd love to feature your ride. Dude, I love my ride. Just email us at info@tflcar.com. Let us know what you have. Let us know when you can come in, and we'll feature your vehicle.
Absolutely.
Because we want to show off some of these incredible, especially cool vehicles that you guys love to drive.
And if you're interested in his Mustang, same email address, send it to us, and we'll send it on to him. Alrighty, I think we're going to wrap it up.
Yep.
Okay, well, any questions? Well, you want to go for some questions, live questions?
When somebody says hello from Russia. Any other
Hello
questions?
from Russia. Как дела?
One guy says he sold his ride.
Okay, soldier. All right, guys. Well, thank you so much for joining us. This will hopefully be something that we'll do consistently, and we'll tell you all about it in the near future. See ya.